everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Conversations with the one and only J-Man. Your morning will never be the same. Here we go.
Night turned cold, and the stars look down, and you hug yourself on the cold, cold ground. You wake the morning in a stranger's cold, no one would just see. You ask yourself, who'd watch for me, my only friend? Who could it be? It's hard to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. When your belly is empty, the hunger's so real, you're too proud to beg, you're too dumb to steal. You search the city for your only friend, no one would just see. You ask yourself, who could it be? A solitary voice speaking out, set me free. I hate to say it, I hate to say it, but it's probably me. You're not the easiest person I ever got to know, but it's hard for us both to let our feelings show. Some would say I should let you go your way, you only make me cry. But if there's one guy, just one guy, who would lay down his life for you and I had to say it, it's hard to say it, but it's probably me. It makes no sense. There's only one voice that comes to your defense. And the jury is out, and your eyes search the room. And the only friendly face is all you need to see. Oh, if there's just one guy who would lay down his life for you and I. It's hard to say it, it's hard to say it, but it's probably me. It's hard to say it, it's hard to say it, it's probably me. Oh, it's hard to say it, it's hard to say it, but it's probably me. I would lay down my life for you. Oh, hey, hey, it's hard to say it, 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 it's hard to say it. Whoa, whoa, hard to say it, oh, hard to say it, it's probably me. Oh, probably me. It's probably me. It's probably me. Probably me. Whoa.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're listening to Coffee and Conversation with your boy J-Mad on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on, even Alexa. That's right. Alexa can do what it do. Let me give a shout out. I've been chatting with my family over here on TikTok. Shout out to my family over here on TikTok. I appreciate you all coming in, having a conversation with me. It's going to be a good conversation today. Let me give a shout out to those that's in the chat room over here on Spreaker. Wanda, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being on this morning. Tony, Dr. Tony, thank you so much, dear love. Thank you so much for being on this morning as well. We're going to have a great conversation. We're going to have a really, really, really great conversation. Here's what I need you all to do. If you all want to follow me on all of my social media sites. It's either, all you got to do is type in Jason Madison. I think all of mine is Jason Madison on some form of fashion. But you'll see the cute bald head guy or the handsome bald headed guy. Somebody told me I shouldn't call myself cute. What a good looking bald headed guy. Make sure you do that. The best way to follow me, or if you want to find the ways to follow me, go to lifeafterthecollar.com. 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 If you go there, you'll have access to all of my platforms that I'm on. All of my platforms that I'm on. So that we can connect with each other. If you're on TikTok, make sure you follow me. If you like this, make sure you send me likes. I need to have likes. I gotta have likes on here. It helps with the what to trigger whatever TikTok is doing on their end. So make sure you like and you're sharing over there. Make sure you're liking and you're sharing even on Spreaker. I understand that most of my people that are on my Spreaker and that listen to it, they know if they're in the chat room or if they're not in the chat room, they just listen and then they'll tell me, "Hey man, a great show." But what helps me is when you like the podcast. So there's a like podcast, a like button or a heart button of some sort up there. Make sure you're hitting that button on all of my episodes, even if you have to go back and just hit like. Make sure you do that for me, if you will. All right, here's where we're gonna go. Here's where we're going. I have what they call the trollers on TikTok. They're funny to me. When I have trollers on TikTok, they act as if they're gonna throw me off my game. But what I do, and especially when I was on, what was that name of that? Periscope. When I was on Periscope, we used to pray for the people. I never would boot them off. I never would kick them off. I never would boot them off. I would request that those that are on would not harass them, but simply start praying for them. So today we're praying for AMUGAK. I don't know how you I don't know, AMUGAK. So when you all pray, make sure you all pray for AMUGAK. Thank you so much for being on here today. So let's go ahead and get into the show. Oh, I didn't give a shout out to, I don't know if they're on or not yet, but to my morning, my show goes to Emory Winship Cancer Center here in the ATL. Shout out to my Emory Winship Warriors, Shout out to you all. We are always praying for you all, and we know that God is using you to go through something so that you can become stronger. I understand that it doesn't look like it right now. It doesn't feel like it, but God is doing something great for you. And to I call them the trainers, to my Warriors trainers, to their doctors, their nurses, their psychologists, psychiatrists, the receptionists, the security, and everybody that helps them while they are there. Even my environmental people that takes care of cleaning and stuff. Thank you all so much for being on point and taking care of my warriors. Thank you so much for taking care of my warriors. I do appreciate it. I most certainly do appreciate it. here's what we're going to do. Let's get into the show. This morning when I woke up, the very first thought that was on my mind was something that I said yesterday. It was something that I said yesterday or last night. Yesterday, the weather was kind of gloomy. The weather was real gloomy here in Atlanta. We had a lot of rain. It had been raining for a couple of days. It's been cloudy. But one thing I noticed, not last night, but the night before, I noticed it last night too. But the night before, I also noticed it, and it was the sounds of spring. It was the sounds of spring. And I was like, that's interesting. It sounds like it's actually spring or summer outside. If I literally was to just close my eyes and listen, it would sound like spring. I know y'all looking like, what the hell you mean it's going to sound like, it sounds like spring? You know, in the springtime, you sit and you hear the sounds of frogs and crickets, and it's just a different sound than what you would hear in the wintertime and in the fall time, because everything is hibernating and everything is dying down or is losing its leaves. So I want to have a conversation this morning. Forget about what you are seeing. Forget about what you're seeing and listen. No matter what you're going through in life right now, no matter how hard it is, no matter how frustrating it is, and no matter how much you can't see things being the way you want it to be, sit down for a second and just listen. Listen to the sounds around you. Listen to the things that you normally would ignore. I got to thinking this morning, and I wondered. I said, well, how is it that people who can't hear go about things, and how is it that people who can't see go about things? And then I remembered, or I thought about, other senses get stronger when you lose one of your senses. That should be good to somebody. When as life is going on for us, and when we make this statement, but I don't see it. I don't see how this is going to happen. I don't see how that's going to be accomplished. I don't see how that's going to happen. The truth of the matter is, and I know how us motivational people, we speak. Oh, you're not supposed to da. But I want to give you another tool in your toolbox that's going to help you along the way. Watch this. If you can't see it, trust on one of your other senses and heighten one of your other senses to let you know things are going according to plan. If I was to walk outside yesterday, we were putting a fish tank together, and I had to go outside because I was going to run the water hose upstairs, and I was planning on staying downstairs outside, but it was too cold, and it was raining. It didn't feel like spring. It didn't look like spring, even though we're not even nowhere near spring. But I know spring is around the corner. So I came back upstairs where it was warm. It is what it is. However, if I would have closed my eyes and listened, I would have noticed, and even this morning when I was preparing for the show, I even noticed this morning how the birds are singing even louder. I don't care what the weather is. I'll put it that way. I don't care what the weather is in your life. I don't care what the weather is in your life. What storm is in your life. It is a part of where you are supposed to be. It is a part of your story. It is you have to, in order, if you're going to have a testimony, if you're going to have something to teach somebody else down the line, if you're going to be able to do that down the line, you're going to have to get to a place where you also have a test. They often say that if you're going to have a testimony, you must first have a test. In going through your test and going through whatever season you're in, it is purpose that you go through that season. But you have to understand that just because you are in one season does not mean that you're going to stay in that season. You're going to be able to move on to the next season. You know, eventually the next season is going to come. And if you can't see the next season, watch this. And here's the whole conversation. If you can't see the next season, at least listen to what is going on around you that would indicate that there is another season on the way. There's another season. If I was to lay in my bed and open up my window, I can lay in my bed, open up my window, close my eyes, ignore the cold, and close my eyes. It would literally sound like it's springtime outside right now. This morning when I woke up, I heard crickets, I heard the frogs, I heard the birds, I just heard all kind of spring-ish type of things. Because watch this, those things understood something I didn't, that it's time to get up and get going. I don't care, even if the weather is where it is, even though the storm is where it is, even though where I am in life is where I am, I must still prepare for the next season. I must still get up and get ready for the next season. Because it's around the corner. Yes, it's going to be gloomy right now today. Yes, it may be raining right now today in my life. Yes, I may be dealing with this right now in my life. But today, I have to make a decision that I don't care what I see. I am going to move by what I hear. I'm not going to concern myself with what I hear, what I see right now. I'm going to move according to what I hear. Here's why. We are more apt to move. We are more apt to change. We are more apt to get up and do things based on what we hear and not what we see. I'll say, I got a good illustration too, but I'll say it again. We are more apt to move, get up, do things, adjust ourselves based on what we hear than what we see. 2 examples. You could be somewhere, you could be in your car, you could be in your house, and your favorite song from when you were in the club, your club days, your younger days, even today, you may even have a song that you just love today. And I don't care what kind of, what area you in. You could be in your car. You could see that you're in your car. You could see that you're in your living room. You could see that you're this, and you could see that nobody else is around. But when you hear your favorite song, what do? You get up and start gyrating. You get up and started dancing. Even if you're driving, you know that you're driving, but you kind of perk up in your seat and you start bouncing in your chair, all because of what you hear and not by what you see. You could go to your favorite motivational spot. I'm gonna offend some people with this. When I illustrate what motivational place means. You can go to your favorite motivational place. You can turn on YouTube. You can go buy a ticket to hear E.T. You can, or this is the part that's gonna offend some people. You can go to your church. Because church is more motivational these days. I'm not gonna go into that. But because of what someone is saying to you, because of what you're hearing, it's causing you to reevaluate what you're seeing. There's a technique. There's a technique that I often tell people to do. That when you come up with something, say it out loud. Because if you keep it in your head, you're only thinking it. But when you say it out loud, it forces your ears to hear what you're saying. There's a whole lot of things that go on in your mind that you probably shouldn't say. But what it would do when you do say it, it would snap you back into reality. Because sometimes you could say stuff out of your mouth that you was thinking, and you would realize how stupid that was that you was thinking. That's why it's important. That's why it's important to rely on the things that you hear. Those are called indications. It's an indication. It's an indication based on the things. It's an indication based on the things that is coming to you. It's a strong indication of what is about to happen to you and for you, and possibly through you. We never when we see things, watch this. When we see things, we're only limited by what our eyes can see. You go to the doctor and they print out all the stuff that you went to the doctor, and here's your diagnosis, and this is to my warriors. This is to my warriors. You could sit there and read out all of the stuff that they're saying is wrong with you. But that's what you see. It's on paper. You can see that. But where you are going, you can't see. You have to put things in place that is speaking into your life, speaking into your mind, speaking into your heart of where you are going, or what you want to see, or what, better yet, what you will see. We're a long way from the date of the first day of spring. And if you're here in the ATL, you know, like I know, and thank you all those that has shared over here on Spreaker, not Spreaker, on what is this, TikTok. Thank y'all so much for sharing. I see all the shares. Thank you so much. And the hearts and loves and things. When we get to the point where, I was saying Atlanta. We live in Atlanta, and if you ever lived in Atlanta, one thing about this season in Atlanta, you have to be prepared to go through all 4 seasons in one day. I don't care how it is. In Atlanta, this time of year, you better be prepared to go through all 4 seasons in one day. Last night, it didn't even get below 50. But the day at night, it was 50. Above that, it wasn't even that cold. So forget about what you're seeing. Forget about what you're seeing. You have to understand that because I am noticing, I am hearing change. You could talk to different people about something that has absolutely nothing to do with you. You can listen to the news. You can listen to other radio stations. You can listen to this. You can listen to that, and you would say, "Man, that's some good stuff." And you're like, that sounds like my life. That sounds like my life. That sounds like my life. Listen more than you see. Okay, this just dropped. I'm almost. I got 3 minutes. I got 3 minutes. Watch this. This just dropped in my spirit. I feel real preachy right now, but this dropped in my spirit. It said, I just heard this. You can hear further than you can see. Your ears can hear further than what you can see. If somebody shoots a gun, They don't have to be, you don't even have to see them. You can't even see them. They could be so far away that you can't even see them, but you would hear the gun go off. So you could hear further than what you can see. So my as I close this morning, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have been in a real gloom. I had a lot of different things going on at one time in my life that just had me on the ropes. It had me on the ropes for the last couple of days. And I'll be the first to admit, I am not the perfect guy. I'm not that person. I go through things too. And when I woke up, I noticed it 2 days ago, the sounds. I noticed the crickets and the frogs and the stuff that's going on. You know, the nighttime sounds of spring. Y'all know what that sounds like, right? This morning when I woke up, it was daytime. I noticed it the other day, 2 days ago, not last night, the night before last. I noticed it, and it was nighttime. At night, I heard crickets, frogs, and things. But today, it was daytime, and I heard the sounds of spring. I heard the frogs. I heard the crickets. I heard the birds singing. Like they had turned up the amp. So here's my closing conversation with you all today, this morning, is this. Forget about what you see right now. Totally forget about that. And begin, like I just said, you can hear further than you can see. So start getting prepared based on what you are hearing. Based on what you're hearing, the movements, the changes, notice the changes of what's going in on Active Food. What's going on, man? What's going on around you? Notice the change. Thank y'all so much over here on Spreaker for hanging out with me. I do appreciate you all. I do. Listen more than see. I'll check you all next time. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's all gravy. You've been listening to Coffee and Conversation with your boy J Mad on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all the other platforms that we're on. Even Alexa. That's right, Alexa can make it do what it do. Hey, over here on TikTok, we're gonna stay on TikTok. Make sure. Oh, I can't. I doggone it. That was an important call I just missed. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I'll stay on as long as I can on TikTok unless I get that call back. Holla at your boy. It's all good. It's definitely all gravy. I holla. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Level up. 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 All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Level up. 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 All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Them old mistakes are gone. I won't do them no more. That's old news. That's new news. I done did that before. I turn nothing to something. My comeback on 100. Let's talk it. More action. You just gon' see coming. I just keep elevating. No losses, just upgrading. My lessons made blessings. I turn that into money. They gotta never settle. This view is so much better. I'm chilling. I'm winning. Like on another level. Oh, you can talk all you want. See me, I see prayed up. Nothing I'm afraid of. And I can have it all. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go. Level up. 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 All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. Level up. 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 All this on me so yummy. All this sauce so yummy. No, you want this yummy. Yummy all in your tummy. They freeze get dropped like weight. Team love don't want no hate. I'm grinding. I'm shining.
let go. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. All this sauce so level, on another level. Elevate your level, level. Graduate your level, there's no one on it. Nah, nah, nah. Eh. All this sauce so level, on another level. Elevate your level, level. Graduate your level, there's no one on it. Nah, nah, nah. Eh. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, level up, level up, level up, level up, level up.